Coach, you guys come off a 3-7 record last year and look to obviously improve on that this season. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball. You've got Ryan Hales at your quarterback position, a senior, his final year there. Talk about what you're expecting to see out of Ryan as this season gets underway Friday night.
We expect big things from Ryan. Come back, be a 2-year starter. He knows the offense. He knows the reads a lot better than he did his first and second year. Each year it's gotten a little bit better. We just want to get him out there, get him a little more consistent, which so far in practice he's done a lot better job of. I think, if he can stay healthy and be a good leader for us, I think we can have a lot of success this year.
Let's talk about some of the other, while we're on the offensive side of the ball, give us a few other names, some young men that we'll be looking at, some names we might hear quite a bit as the season goes on.
I think offensively we have a few guys that you could potentially hear their name. At running back would be Elijah Harvey and Gabe Welder. At receiver, we've got Noah McBride, David Felton, Adonis Stewart, and then C.J. Hedgepath will come over. Sometimes he's playing defense, but he'll come over and play offense a little bit at times. I think there's a lot of potential there of all those guys. They're very talented, and hopefully they can step up this Friday night and make some plays, and those are guys I think you'll know offensively.
We're talking with Harrison High School head football coach Cory Brunson. In your third year out there, Coach, the team beginning to learn your system and settle in a little because, like college coaches, they always talk about that coach's recruiting class. So I guess in high school that would be, your fourth year or your third, fourth, fifth year, whatever, where you've had enough turnover now that these are truly your guys. Do you feel as a coach that they're getting this offensive and defensive scheme that Coach Brunson wants to put in place?
Yes, I definitely agree. It's going the third year. There's so many things are flowing a lot better. Just kind of how practices are run. Some of the expectations we expect our players to do. But I think offensively and defensively, we were definitely ahead of what we were, 2 years ago. It just having these guys been in the system since they were eighth graders or freshmen, sophomore, that's a huge help. I think it's going to even get better because we started a feeder league, basically kindergarten on up, and we're kind of teaching our offense and defense starting at that level. So I would think every year we'll get a little bit better and better and better on what teaching the kids and them understand our offense and defense.
Well, you have a lot of speed at receiver, which is nothing new for Harrison. You've always been a very fast team out there on the east side. But I know you had at least one transfer. There might have been more. You had a receiver, if I'm not wrong. I think there was a receiver from Boise that transferred in. How is that going on transitioning into the new offense?
It's a Adonis Stewart, and he's a smart kid. He knows the game, and he's picked it up real quick offensively. I've been kind of really impressed how quickly he picked it up for just first year learning. And I expect him a senior. He's been working hard, and I think he can be a good guy, a big player for us. Hopefully, if he maintains what he's doing in practice.
It's Ford and O'Brien, ESPN Evansville 105.3 online, ESPNEvansville.com. Harrison Warriors head coach Cory Brunson, our guest. Let's jump over, Coach, to the defensive side of the ball. And you've got a great linebacker over there in LaTerrence Kyles coming in for his senior season now. And as many coaches in the area do, you lean on those seniors to provide some leadership in that locker room and on the field. Do you expect to see more of the same out of LaTerrence? And how much are you leaning on him this year to lead the younger guys on the team?
Definitely, we're expecting, Terrence, another two guys started 2 years for us to be the leader on the defensive side. He's had a pretty good off season. Last year actually was his first year at linebacker, and it took him a few weeks to get it down. But he's about after a few weeks he picked it up and started playing really, really well at linebacker. I think hopefully he'll start off well from the get-go this year. And again, him being in the system, he knows what's expected, and he knows how to help get other guys in place. I think defensively, potentially could be pretty good. On that side of the ball, we got the more guys back defensively than we do offensively. So, I think defensively, we could be pretty good.
you guys come off. It's been a while since you've had a winning season, unfortunately for you guys. But you are putting the pieces together to correct that. When you talk to the team and you guys start going through your practices over the summer and all that kind of stuff, as a coach, how do you have to put much emphasis on forgetting the past and this is a new season, or do you guys understand that they're looking to change the perspective of Harrison football?
I mean, they're definitely want to change. We don't sit and talk about a lot about the past. Actually, this will be the first year I think probably in a while. So my sophomore class, when they were freshmen, they won or at least shared the city and SIC. My juniors, when they were freshmen, I think they did basically about the same thing. My seniors, I wasn't here yet, but when they were freshmen, if they would have had team, I think they would have been very successful. So I got 3 classes here that, as freshmen, won football games. So we're starting to get more guys that knows what it takes to win. First year or 2, they didn't win many games, so we got in position to win games and just couldn't close the deal. So hopefully now I got a lot more players that have success winning that'll carry over.
Well, you opened this Friday night, Coach, against Madisonville North Hopkins. The last several years you've opened with West Vigo. You do get Madisonville North Hopkins at home, but I had handled their music down there in Madisonville. Long story how I ended up with that. But anyway, for a couple of seasons, I ran their music for football games down there. That's a pretty good program. I know they got a new coach coming in this year. West Vigo struggles a lot. So what went into the move there? Was it just you didn't really want to re-up the contract with West Vigo? You wanted to get a higher level of competition to open the season, or how did that come about?
Well, West Vigo, I think they added that conference added more teams, and so they had to restructure their schedule. So we were open, and then we just checked around, and Madisonville's close, and also Madisonville is a good team, so it kind of gives us a kind of really good test to see where we're at right off the bat. They're going to be good size, athletic. They're very good, so I think. Hopefully we play well, and if we can pull it out, it'd definitely be a very good win to start the season off for us.
Well, what are some of the keys to the game Friday night? What are you going to have to do to get a win? Again, you are at home, so that's it's always good to play in front of the home folk. But some of the keys to the game and some of the things you're hoping to see here in game 1, because obviously, let's be honest, it never goes. Not everything goes right in that first game. They're kids after all, and. Well, the pros, they get 4 or 5 preseason games to try to get everything right before they put it out there for real. So what are some of the things you hope to see Friday night?
Main things would be, offensively, on the offensive side is taking care of the football, not doing things to hurt ourselves with penalties. But still, offensively, we have the potential, if we control the football, don't turn it over, and don't make dumb penalties, I think that offensively we can move the ball and pull a lot of points. And then defensively, just know your assignment, wrap up, and make the plays when you get the opportunity. And then always, it's the first game that we're doing special teams, get those special teams guys out there, make sure they know when they're supposed to be out there and be sound special team area, because definitely those first few weeks, special teams, no matter what week, but especially this first couple, they could be the difference between winning and losing a football game.
It's Harrison High School head coach, Harrison Warrior head coach, Cory Brunson, joining us on the Menard Studio Hotline. Coach, best of luck against Madisonville Friday night and throughout the regular season, as I'm sure you guys are ready to get underway and get under the lights and start banging some heads.
Thank you. Appreciate it, and we're ready to go.